6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the hashtag nothing show. You have been corrupted. We cannot help you. No, we cannot help you. You are thirsty. There's nothing to drink here. We cannot help you. Only you can help you. We are nothing. Cartoon talk. Uneducated political debate. That's what you get here. So turn away now. Don't watch this broadcast. Nothing will come from it. Turn off your internet. This is the hashtag nothing show. Hashtag nothing show. Nothing show, nothing show, nothing show, nothing show.
Ooh, that's all I can give to the world today. What's up? Welcome to the Nothing Show.
Nothing show, nothing show, nothing show, nothing show.
Whoo! Oh, see, I was able to muster a little more. Yep, we're at another audio-only edition today, as I'm still not with my equipment. So, as you could say, this is an on-location episode yet again. So yeah, that's that. Terrible mood I am in. I was in a fucking happy mood when I woke up today. I'm not in a happy mood anymore.
Do you care to elaborate, or would you want to keep that private?
Oh, well, it's just raging against my family and how fucking much they are slobs and jerks, but so it's probably not something one should talk about on the air. So yeah, let's talk about it. I don't know. I think the woman, old Miss Bacongate, should just put on a fucking wife beater fucking t-shirt. One of those fucking, what do they call, what's a tank top? She should wear herself a nice white fucking tank top and start drinking fucking beer. Because I believe she just wants to fucking do her weekend of work and then come home and fucking sleep the rest of the time and fucking leave me to the fucking wolves.
Well, you know what? I tend to agree with that statement. She goes out, she does what she does, and then she wants to come home and rest.
Fuck that shit. She works 3 days a week. Because of the fucking situations I set up for our fucking family. She's been able to work 3 days a week for fucking years upon years upon years. And in those 3 days, in one of those 3 days, she'll pull in more than you and I will probably make in a fucking week of hard manual fucking labor. Literally.
Well, I don't know, man. I pull in $4,000 a week.
Okay, well then never mind. But, if that's your fucking net, then never mind. Listen, an average man can go out and bust their fucking asses working construction for a jerk-off, too. Always a jerk-off. Because, the construction field never has decent people. They're either fucking goddamn drug addicts or fucking jerk-offs. You either gotta sit in the car and they're drinking beer the whole time and everyone's sniffing up cocaine and drinking the alcohol throughout the whole fucking day. You're either dealing with that's your best crew, or you're dealing with a bunch of assholes. Now, there is the third. There's the Christians. You got those heavily religious contractors, and they're probably the best to work for, I would guess, except they probably pay like shit, just like the slave drivers. So, anyway, you can go work for one fucking kind of construction, man, and you work a 40-hour week, maybe you'll get $500, $600, maybe. Depending on your level. I mean, if you're fucking high up there, you're gonna get fucking better than that. But
yeah, it's depending how you're because my cousin used to date a foreman on the site, so they build homes and shit. They get paid good.
Yeah, that's the thing though. The people up top get paid good, but then they hire the quote-unquote Mexicans. I mean, you have the Mexican position. Everybody knows about the Mexican position. It's basically work you can get. But it's the same thing. Like in the man world and the female world, there's two kinds of jobs that you can guaranteed get. If you're a woman, you can get a server job. If you're a man, you can get a fucking Mexican-level construction job. Basically, you could take work from the people they would pick up at Home Depot. But in order to get that work, you've got to basically agree you're getting paid under the table. You're probably going to get paid between 10 and 15 an hour, and go fuck yourself. I mean, that's the end of that. Otherwise, they'll go to Home Depot.
I'd be happy making $15 an
No
hour.
shit. And no shit. And plenty of people are, you know? Plenty of people are. There's nothing wrong with that. However, like I said, you work 40 hours at 10, you're getting 400. You work fucking 40 hours at 15, what is that? That's not 450, is it?
What? How much did you say again?
40 hours at $15, that's more than 450, right?
That's close to 6 or 7.
Yeah. I would it's $600. So you'll pull $600 doing a 40-hour week, busting your ass off, hurting your body, and you'll pull in $600. If you were to work 40 hours as a waitress, let me tell you, son, you're making way more than $600 fucking dollars, or you're a shit ass fucking waitress. You're a shit ass waitress. If you're making less than 600 out of 40 hours. This girl can go in one day and make more than $400 fucking dollars in one day. So if I were getting paid 10 an hour, working 40 hours, grueling work in the fucking sunshine, killing myself, I come home at 400. She goes out for one day, comes home at 400. That's equality? Fuck you bitches and you're complaining. Be happy you got fucking tits and people want to see them. I got tits and no one wants to see them.
Go out and get them done.
Yeah, I'll just shave this chest. I'm gonna just start dressing like a fucking lady. I'd be a pretty one.
Transgender, here I come.
But I can't get a guaranteed job as a server. If I'm a young man, almost guaranteed. Young, thin man, guaranteed. But big old fat hairy man like me, almost guaranteed I don't get a server's job. But that's equality. I can't go and sit in a fucking receptionist chair and make fucking $400 a week. I have to go smash rocks. I have to go stand on a fucking roof and poison my skin with sun. You fucking animals.
But the sun is a good source of vitamin D.
Not for me. I'm a goddamn vampire because I've been locked in the goddamn house. And that's what I said. Yeah, I can understand your logic where, oh, yeah, she's working. She wants to be relaxing. But again, she's working
you know what?
3 days.
I didn't finish the statement.
Okay.
My wife works 4 days a week. And she's off 3. But yet my wife will still do things around the house where I do the rest of the things. And she's willing to, to do the normal shit like any woman would do. It's, you take one day, a day and a half to yourself. You're always going to have that one day to yourself where you really just don't want to do shit. You had a long, exhausting, mentally tiring week. Dealing with the coonery buffoonery of alcohol or whatever you do in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, but you can look at it that way, but it's just like, to me, it's like you get to stand, yeah, you're fucking walking around, but so are but when I'm out fucking working, I'm not just walking around and fucking delivering fucking drinks and fucking food. I'm fucking carrying 100-pound fucking things. I'm literally doing shit that's gonna can kill me. Like, literally, we gotta fucking drag giant iron fucking stoves up fucking 10 flights of fucking stairs. That's the kind of shit men have to do. That's the kind of shit men have to do. And then women complain that they gotta serve fucking drinks. Women complain that they gotta sit in a fucking chair typing on a computer. Fuck you, women. Fuck you. I'd like to see you get killed sitting in that fucking chair, you donkey. I'm gonna get killed doing that kind of work. Like I said last summer, I went out, I did a roofing job on my own. It was something I had contracted myself. Day fucking 1, I worked, I got home, all my skin bubbled up in huge fucking blisters like a goddamn vampire. I got massively fucking sunburned, like I've never heard before. I was so sick, I was vomiting. I got sun poisoned from one fucking day on a roof. To the point where I couldn't even work the next day. I had to fucking have another person go and fucking work, It
happens.
Another goddamn crew in, and I had to cut down my money because I got poisoned. Literally. I mean, dude, when I'm telling you 3, 4, 5 inch fucking blisters, huge. It looked like what you would think a vampire would look like if they went out in the sun for a few seconds and burned themselves. It was horrendous. That's
So it's a
what men
bad
gotta do.
experience.
That's what men gotta do to make the money that women can make sitting in a chair or serving a fucking table or shaking their tits in a goddamn go-go bar. Go shake your tits in a go-go bar, ladies. You'll make fucking more than any fucking man, woman on fucking around you. You donkeys. You'll make more than the fucking college graduates. You're gonna complain about that? Fuck you. I'd like to shake my dick around for that much money. No one wants it.
Well, then, that's the problem. No
Be
one
happy
wants
we
it.
want your fucking asses. What's the problem?
There is no problem.
Oh. Well, we went from 9 viewers to 6 real fast. I bet those were all women. Those were every female viewer who's ever been here decided to show up at once and then leave en masse. I'm just saying. You decent looking? You don't even have to fucking work. You can go out and make some fucking ape man work. And you could just fucking sit back and fucking chill your life away. Men don't have that. I can't chill my life away. I can't be a housewife. See,
But you are.
but I'm not because I actually get money and I fucking do things and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one year I made like fucking 40 grand just sitting in my goddamn chair as a housewife, you know? And during that time, she was working, this is before we moved out of the area, so she was working 5 days a week, regular style, just nights, you know? So she'd get up about 3 p.m., head off to work, come home midnight, 1 a.m. to a spotless house, to fucking hot dinner on the goddamn table, to like hand and foot fucking catering, like a fucking partner should do when their partner's out fucking working, right? Even though I'm still there on the computer making my money with my camera and all this other shit, running my videography business. Yeah, that's all happening while pursuing other dreams, raising children, and keeping the house fucking clean and fed. That all happened. And then flash forward a couple years later, when she had quit her job. I was telling you about the story the other day about making the movie with this kid, and she when he was doing nothing, she kind of burned herself out and just fucking because she was working extra to come up with all like we were gonna put up we were putting up all this extra fucking money to make it happen. I mean, we housed like 20 fucking people for fucking 2 weeks, fucking feeding them and everything, you know, getting them fucking high and drunk just to fucking, you know, this is our talent, our actors and our crew. We had fucking lighting people, fucking sound people, you know, whatever. So after this kid was fucking it all off, she burned out. She quit her fucking job. Now I was the sole bread maker at the time, and I'm coming home to her still fucking asleep, to no fucking dinner. I cannot tell you a time when I've come home to goddamn dinner on the table. It's happened. Don't let me say it hasn't happened. It has happened, but nowhere near the fucking level of fucking what I was doing when the fucking roles were switched. And then if I were to fucking say something, I could get a fucking dirty goddamn look about it.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. It sucks. And I'm getting fucking tired of it. I'm getting tired of it because my fucking children are growing up to be fucking raised this way now, and it's just like, as it stands now, I got a fucking woman who's working 3 days a week, making more money in those 3 days than I could make if I were to work 60 to 70 hours a week, because she's high up in her position. She's moved up, so now not only does she get fucking crazy tips running the fucking bar, but she also gets a higher fucking pay grade. Lighting a cigarette. So, you know, whatever. What was the point? The point is,
Fuck you, women. You're a pain in the
fuck
ass.
you, women. Because now I sit here, I put all my shit aside, I try to do everything, and then, you know, forever, she comes home in the Monday morning, house is fucking spotless, nothing for her to do. She leaves Friday morning, house is destroyed. And it's fucking, you know, it's a goddamn problem. So I got a 15-year-old, obviously he can fucking do work. You know, obviously he can do things. But obviously, getting a 15-year-old to do work is like fucking punching a fucking donkey and expecting not to get fucking kicked.
I like that analogy.
Oh my God, I had a dream about Donkey Punch last night. A punch. But it's because of the show Arrested Development. They had a punch. I believe it was Arrested Development. It was some show I was watching the other night, which they were drinking a punch called Donkey Punch. But I had dreamt about these giant test tubes full of Donkey Punch just last night or the night before. Just remembered that.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I'm
dreaming about Donkey Punch.
Yeah, that sounds so lucky. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. The last bunch of weeks in a row, I've been down there with bleach and just chasing a fucking dream that's never going to come true. I get the shit half done, and then the kids come down, and they fucking destroy it. Like if I want to get it done, I got to do a 12-hour shift. And I don't think that's fucking right at all. Why the fuck can't I do a nice 6-hour shift, go enjoy my fucking rest of my day, or whatever, and then tomorrow finish the other 6 hours up? That seems very fucking reasonable to me. However, these animals will destroy the whole goddamn place and take me back to stage one the next goddamn day. So I spend another 6 hours. And then you know what this bitch says to me today? You know what she says to me, Lewis?
What is that, Grundy?
You do nothing. You can't even clean a living room in less than a week. This fucking animal who I just sent pictures of the kitchen full of motherfucking stroganoff jism vomit everywhere. Stroganoff everywhere, because that's what she made. I cooked dinner that night too. Mind you, been terribly sick in my stomach. I said I need to go make fucking a dinner that I can eat. We go to the fucking store, and she's like, whoa, stroganoff. I'm like, you donkey. I can't have a stomach full of fucking beef grease and cream. What's wrong with you? She wants me to eat beef grease and cream. So I ended up going and getting my own fucking dinner that night, creating my own dinner. I make my own dinner. Of course, I feed it to everybody else as well. And then I cleaned it up. And then I cleaned up all the fucking shit I used to make it and to eat it. And it was back down to where it was, where some couple cups that were come out of my fucking office, which she complains is a fucking mess too. My office, which is mostly a mess because she comes in there and leaves fucking cups half full of coffee and fucking juice or whatever, and then they get fucking mold on them.
Ew.
She tells me it's my fucking mess. It's like, dummy, it's your mess. I cleaned my fucking desk and I've tested it for weeks. For weeks. I put a fucking ashtray on the left of me. She sits on the right. I put an ashtray over there on the right corner of the desk. I only put my coffee and my cigarettes on the left, right in front of my monitor. And I put it on a fucking coaster, or if it's not on a coaster, I make sure to wipe. I leave no rings. I'm very fucking anal about that, right? And I did this for weeks in a fucking row. Made sure not an ash didn't hit the ashtray or anything. And each week, as she would leave, I would look at her area. There would be like 5 cups there, cigarette ashtrays full, overflowing, ashes everywhere, and this fucking Nazi wants to tell me I can't clean my goddamn office. Meanwhile, my left-hand side is spotless. Meanwhile, when nobody's in the house, I can go for fucking a goddamn week with nobody in this goddamn house, and not a goddamn thing gets messed. Because I use something, I fucking clean it.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm the same way.
Old Apples and Milk, who I assumed was the Stephanie Stewart character. This Apples and Milk person says that's inevitable divorce. Yeah, well, you're talking 15 fucking years later. I think we're past divorce now there, chum. I don't think you go with these problems for 15 years and then fucking divorce. It's more like what it's been. I'm just gonna go hide in my fucking office and fucking
what
avoid
you do.
everybody.
What you do is you just fucking. Oh, that echo's killing me. Don't do nothing, dude. That's my advice to you.
I've done that. And then I just get stuck with 3 weeks worth of cleaning at one chop, and then being told how I do nothing. See, these are why she gets to throw that at me. Oh, yeah, I do nothing. Because I will go 3 weeks and do nothing in spite, and let the house build up to a fucking disgusting fucking hole, just to show these animals how they're acting, just to show them the filth they leave for me. And then the response isn't what a logical, decent people would see. You know, the kids see it. The kids will see, yep, you're right, and then they'll start fucking cleaning, but not her. She don't see it. Says, you do nothing. I hate you.
I'm not laughing at you, dude. I'm laughing because I find it comical.
Good. I'm exaggerating things. I mean, she obviously doesn't go, I hate you. Obviously, she can talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger getting anally probed. Obviously.
Oh, why are you back in my booty?
Stephanie Stewards is a YouTube character. She makes pretty cool videos. Apparently, they're a flat Earth show, meaning they can just make up any kind of silly jokes they want and say any kind of weird donkey stuff they want. Which is it's a clever thing. I guess you could say we, in that sense, began as a quote unquote flat Earth show, except we didn't go flat Earth. I mean, we just have to tell the truth around here. Fucking shit. My grandpappy was at Roswell day of. He told me what's up there. He's got super soldier serum. I got it in my DNA. Don't get sick. It's these facts of reality that are our flat earth that allow us to say whatever we want, because we'll always be looked at as a bunch of fucking crazy kooks, because how the fuck can you back that shit up? You can't. Goddamn giant elephant named Ganesh flew out of the sky and said, "What up, N-word?" How do you fucking prove that shit? You don't. So that's our version of flat earth, of being a flat earth show, except we don't have to make shit up.
Oh, man. So, any other interesting news that you mentioned you might discuss today?
Oh, yes, lots of it. Well, Mr. Williams he mentioned in our other secret chat room, where you'll be happy to know Ray Sunshine's been missing. I checked her Instagram just to make sure she's living. She's there, so she's not dead or nothing. She's just missing from this group that she's a part of. And I'm trying to get everyone together for a meeting, and so far the only one... I mean, she said she's ready to meet and talk, but I haven't heard from her in days there. Marley right now is the only one looking ready to talk. Williams says his usual, yeah, I'm ready, but doesn't commit or set down or lock a time. Williams doesn't say, all right, let's do it now. Marley, he's ready. I don't know about the other two. And then Blaze, he's just waiting on me to give him the word.
So you have a chat now with H, Marley, Arson, yourself, Blaze, and Array?
Blaze isn't in there because he doesn't have fucking computers, and Arson isn't in there because we didn't get the word yet if he wants to be in there. So, but other than that,
this is all for the Fuyo channel.
No, this is for the other thing. This is for we've apparently moved on from Fuyo to this other project. It doesn't seem like we ever were able to come up with a name for Fuyo or really get that thing together. So now we're just doing this, and we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure Arson is a part of this because Marley told me him and Arson were talking about it, came up with some cool names for the channel that this program we're going to be working on is hosted on, and so as far as I'm concerned, Arson's a part of it. He's just not there yet.
Gotcha.
But yes, so I just thought you'd be happy to know that Array Sunshine was not responding in that chat. I thought it would please you because I know you guys are best friends. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look. The wonderful lady's telling me I'm insane. I wonder if she's listening right now. I'm insane. Because pretty much everything I've just been saying on the show, I've just been saying in chats with her. Anyway. Yes, so that's that. I just remind me of another dream. I had a dream that you and Ray Sunshine bumped into each other, and it was very awkward.
Do you hear me?
Yes. You sound bad, though.
I'm going to sound bad for a minute.
That's all right by me. So, Mr.
I'm going to go get the mail.
Mr. Williams is what you want to know about, though.
Yes, has he figured out the ruse?
That's what I don't know. He messaged me in that chat last night when I said who's ready. I said I'm around if anyone's ready for a chat. And he responded to that saying, I caught your 2 shows. They were really good. But that's all he said. So I'm wondering, did he really catch them? Or is he just like, hey, yo, partner, I watched the shows. You know, good job keeping the ship afloat. So I'm not sure yet if he knows.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's the update.
And then for him to say they were good shows?
Yeah. Well, they were good shows. Just like, this is a good show. I mean, 26 minutes of raging against one's partner. I mean, who can ask for more of that on the goddamn YouTube scene?
That is the best YouTube content anyone could ask for, if you ask me.
Like, the best DeFango show ever was the time when him and his fucking girlfriend, or sister, or fucking whatever it was, some lady, some very large, angry lady, was like, they were fighting on a stream, and I swear this woman was gonna fucking beat him across the head. And even Bacon Gate watched that show. We sat there with our eyes glued. We could not leave. We were about to cook dinner. We left the fucking kids to fucking starve for like an hour. We're like, fuck this shit. We cannot leave here. We gotta see this woman hit him in the face.
That sounds funny. Oh shit. Oh man.
Yes,
right now I just came to get the mail.
I have no interest in flat earth theories. I think it's one of the most obnoxious and fucking silly things on the planet to talk about. Or were you forming that as a question? I'm not sure, but you didn't put a period or a question mark on that, Mr. Apples and Milk.
My smartwatch just got here.
What kind?
My boy just sent me a Nokia.
Who's that? Thunder E?
Yeah.
Charles must be so jealous.
Well, I got to do some work on it. Part of our agreement. I get to review stuff, so I get to review this. I try to get Charles to be more committed, man, but he's just not interested. Like, what do I do?
No,
Can you help me with that?
No, I can't, because listen, Charles doesn't know what Charles wants. Charles, I think, wants what's easiest. I'm not sure. Listen, this might seem like a drama moment, but it's definitely something that should get talked about, because we were talking about it before the stream a little bit, and I don't want to get into the details that I said I didn't want to talk about, which has nothing to do with Charles, just has to do with fucking, like I said, I didn't expect you guys to bite to the troll bait, which was my failure. And Charles, so, yeah. This is one thing I think needs to be talked about, because this is part of why I think the way I do about Charles not considering me a friend, so to speak. Because maybe 6 months ago, you and him, remember when you and him got into a fucking big beef?
Well, I was upset with him, but it was nothing where it would have been bad.
Well, it was. No, you're wrong about that. You're wrong about that. It was bad, and it did go bad behind the scenes. And I was also, at that time, annoyed with you for something. And that's when Charles said to me one day in private, Listen, I really believe, and this is why I'm talking about it, because of this part. I really believe in this
Hold on.
Nothing Show and what we're doing here. And I really want to continue with the Nothing Show. But I can't continue with Lou because of what's going on. And because you and I had a beef going on at that time as well, I said to him, well, Charles, if you really believe in it, and that's something that Lou hasn't said to me, then I'm with you. If that's what we're doing, then that's what we're doing, and Lou can't be on shows no more. If that's how it is.
I remember that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This isn't shit talking, people. This is just bringing back up an old issue here. So after that happened, he was not around. After we stopped doing shows with you, it was like, well, where's this belief you had in Nothing Show? Where are you picking up where Lou is there every day for a fucking show? Where are you? So that's
I remember.
what I'm saying.
You know why I remember it? Because it was the fact that I made the comment. I was disregarding our audience.
I think
I didn't
that
give a
might have
fuck.
been it. I think that might
Yeah,
have been
that's
his,
what it
one of
was.
his things. Yeah. But listen,
How he caters to the crowd, and I basically tell the crowd to go fucking kick rocks and lick my ass crack. Because really, where are these fucking people now when you need them?
this is true. I mean, hey, look, we have different people now, right? Apparently. Apples and Milk is probably Toby. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? There's always just one person, right? And they always got a different name. So we're probably all the same person with different socks on. But the thing with that, Charles, is that in that moment, it made me realize, because he said he really wants to do it. He really believes in Nothing. And I don't think he was lying when he said that. That he really wanted he and I to run the Nothing Show. I just don't think he's got the next step in him. And that's why it relates to what you were just saying. I think that even if he really wants it, there's something about him that just doesn't let him do it.
Like, dude, if I came to you, I know you don't do the TV part because it's just not in you. But if I came to you and say, hey, I'm going to give you access to my Dropbox, and I'm going to upload the digital movies that I purchase for you to watch so we could review them, wouldn't you bite on it? Because it gives you another platform for where, you know what, it's viewership from a different angle that might get my other channel more support.
Of course, you know that. I was already ready to rock and roll with writing for the board at work, but it didn't work out for me because it would have been ghostwriting for you. So that's why I ended up not doing it in the end. But if it were to have benefited me as far as exposure goes, I'm in for anything.
So, you know,
dude, I wrote SEOs. I did SEO writing for fucking like a year, which is stupid that I can't incorporate that into what we do, but whatever. But, you know, I'm writing about fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? I'll write about vaginal cream if I need to.
Because it's like I'm telling them, like, dude, I want to discuss.
Shirt off.
I want to discuss fucking, I'm thinking here, Proud Mary, Red Sparrow, and Death
Does this make you
Wish.
proud? They can't see this.
Wow.
And they'll never know what you just saw. Let them wonder.
That's right.
Hashtag, what did Lou see? But anyway, carry on.
Hashtag, you don't want to know. Oh, how the fuck does this go? Oh, it's like
I
this.
gotta pack
Okay.
this sucker up again. Oh, it already is. So you were saying, carry on.
I want to review those 3 movies. He's only interested in Death Wish. He doesn't really care to do the other 2, which I think the other 2
Death Wish
fit.
for you if you want it.
Huh?
I got a review for Death Wish for you if you want it. And I'm fucking, I think I'm qualified for that. I watch the genre that film takes place in, and I know the original franchise, And I had anticipations. I actually took my fucking teenage son. That was the first movie we went together to see in his teenage years, the first R-rated film. And it was alright, but the credits, the previews were a fucking way better experience. That movie was stupid as shit.
But see, at least if we were to discuss this on Tuesday afternoon, we would bounce back and forth with it, what I liked about it and what you disliked, and we would make it a good conversation. That's what I want to do.
I don't dislike that, Lewis. I only dislike doing only that. Like, look, I would go on your show where it's just about that and talk just about that stuff. It's when we only talk about that stuff here is what I don't like. I'd rather talk about us. I'd rather talk about...
Well, that's why this is this platform for that.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, I just want it to be clear, I'm not against TV talk. There's plenty of television I love to talk about. Stupid computer work right. Did you go away? Where'd you go? He dropped.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just putting the watch to charge.
It's alright. Computer's being an asshole. It's, going back to what you said to me a year ago about touchscreen being a gimmick, and I disagreed after using it. I still disagree, because it was amazing and totally useful. But here's my problem. A year later, the touchscreen is not working like it used to. And also, within 6 months of having the computer, it started getting to where the screen does weird shit, and I gotta, like, jiggle it and stuff, you know?
Oh.
So, for that part about a touchscreen, I don't like. Yeah, I just gotta let a long update from the woman now that I showed her the pictures after she argued with me about the fucking filth left for me in the kitchen, and she's blaming it on our son, but the rest is hers, and it's like, I don't give a fuck whose it is. When it's supposed to be, that's the goddamn deal, you know, like, I'm not even supposed to be just sitting in the house. I could be going and doing shit, but I can't. That's another goddamn thing. This fucking
Especially
woman,
now that you got your car.
well, yeah, but she stays up all night, and I have sleep issues. So now it's like, I gotta go to another fucking room, but I can't even do that because her crazy ass, and I wish she was on crack so there could be an excuse for it, but she's not, but she acts like a crackhead vacuuming at 3 a.m. and shit. And I can't sleep through that. I can't sleep in fucking chaos.
Oh, man, boy, that brings back memories.
Like, I'll go to sleep
Not
at 10
my
o'clock
wife
at
doing
night.
that.
I'll wake up
my
at 2
wife
in the
doesn't.
morning because of her. And I'm up for then I'm fucked. Wait. Before you say that, let me make it even worse. I'll go to fucking bed at 10 o'clock at night, like a normal human. I'll be woken up at 2 a.m. from her television watching, blasting loud in the fucking thing, and her fucking puttering around the house. And then I'm up at 2 in the morning. I can't go back to sleep because even if I sleep for 5 minutes, if I wake up, I'm up for another 8 hours. It's just how I am. I have bad sleeping problems. And so I'll be woken up at 2 a.m. by this noise or whatever. And now I'm stuck awake. And now she's suddenly tired at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and now falls asleep. And then I'm stuck fucking handling the fucking kids and making sure. Now I have to stay up. You know what I mean? Because sometimes if I'm woken at 2, by 5, by 6, I get tired enough to fall asleep where I can sleep a couple hours, be up by 10 a.m., still have a normal human day. But no, because her ass will go to fucking sleep then, and then now I gotta stay up and watch and I gotta get the kids out, and I gotta do all this, and then the next thing you know, it's 8 in the fucking morning, and then I can go to sleep, and then I sleep until 3 or 4. And that's what you've been seeing on me for the last couple fucking, well, it's been like that for weeks now, but you've been seeing it since fucking last week. This last week, I'm up every day at like 4 p.m. I hate it.
No, my issue is my wife is good as far as, like, if I go to bed, she keeps the noise to a real minimum. If she wants to watch something, like, with her laptop, she puts her headphones on. I ain't got to worry about that.
Oh, I said that. She did it one night. She headphoned one fucking night. I told her, listen, dude, if you're going to fucking be listening to music all night long, cleaning and shit, or doing this or that, whatever the fuck you're doing, Put the goddamn headphones on. Did it one night.
My only issue is when my woman gets on the phone.
Oh, what the fuck is she talking to when you're sleeping? Goddamn right, that's an issue.
Well, no, she speaks with her mom.
Tell her mom to go to fucking bed.
Her mom works overnight, so that ain't gonna happen.
Mm.
So I was like, hello, dude. You know I gotta get up early, man. It's just like the blatant disregard.
Yeah, go in the living room and talk.
Right? What's so hard about that?
Well, that's why I also tell her, go in the living room and watch TV, woman. And she's like, I don't like it down there. It's not as comfortable. I don't care if it's fucking comfortable. Get out.
But here's the funny thing. I bet you if you went to sleep in the living room, she would go down there and watch TV.
Oh, you better fucking believe it. Or she'd go and do the dishes finally. You better fucking believe it. Well, that's pretty much where I'm going to go, but my father, I told you this story already. We don't get garbage service around here. My father's been kind of fucking me over for the last couple of weeks. He dropped off the goddamn trailer so I could haul out the fucking garbage before it got warm. And once it gets warm, that's when the goddamn flies come. So now, where my garbage is on the back porch, there's like fucking 12 bags of garbage sitting there fucking waiting to go. And 90,000 flies in the back. So
why are you hoarding your garbage?
What'd you say?
Why are you hoarding your garbage? Is there not like a local trash company?
No, we don't have that around here. We don't get it. We just have to. You got to pay somebody to come out and do it. But he's got the shit. So whenever it's time, and he knows the people around here. You can't fucking Google them. I've tried. I've Googled these people by name. I've fucking Googled everything. I can't find fucking nothing to come out here and do it. No service.
Jesus Christ, dude. Illuminati Mountain needs modern technology.
Sure does. But, even so, I figure, all right, I'll get a fucking U-Haul once a month, right? That'll cost me like $90. Maybe once every other. In the winter, I could get a U-Haul every 2 months. You know, I got places out in the yard, a shed and all that shit. Keep it in there, and then could just fucking move it. It freezes. It doesn't fucking stink. Nothing bad. But you can't do that in the summer. You got to keep it moving. And I was about to get a U-Haul to get rid of it, and he says, no. We're going to use my trailer. I'll drop it off at your house. You fill it up, and then I'll take it out. And I tell him, well, just let me know the night before, because I don't want to fucking leave a trailer. It's an open trailer. It's not like an enclosed trailer. It's like one of those flatbed trailers.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I don't want to leave open fucking garbage out so all the goddamn animals and coyotes and shit can get to it. Got fucking packs of coyotes out there. I hear them screaming at night. Like, it's kind of crazy at night here, man.
That sounds like a crackhead coyote, but I get where you're going.
That's what they sound like. They sound like they're all fucking and on crack, but and angry or something, and sad at the same time. They're sad, angry, on crack, and fucking. And yeah, so I obviously I need to know the day that you're gonna come so that I can put it out that night and fucking cover it up, and then we only have to worry about a night's worth of coyotes getting that shit. And I'm not even doing it at night, to be honest with you. I'm going to do it like, he tells me he's going to come tomorrow, for instance, which he can't. But let's say, because it's, tomorrow, the place is not open. It's Sunday. It's not open Monday.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Yeah, but let's just say he were to come tomorrow. I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and put it all in. And then that way it's only sitting out there for 2 hours. I explained this all to him. Okay, no problem. And I explained to him, look, I got to get the fuck out of here before it gets warm. 3 weeks later, the trailer's still sitting in my fucking yard, and the garbage is now building up. As you say, now I'm hoarding garbage. So that's why I don't sleep in the living room, because out of those 90,000 flies, 3 or 5 of them will find their way in.
Damn, dude. I get why you want to stay where you stay, but I couldn't put up with that shit. I need local trash company.
Dude, I want out. I want to move. I don't want to stay. I'm only here because the fucking animals force me to be here.
I feel for you, bro. I mean, I love where I live now. I really do. It's, for the most part, quiet. No one bothers us. We're comfortable. I wake up every morning. and I just love looking at my place.
Yeah, I would too. If I can wake up in the morning and it were fucking clean and lovely. I do have those mornings, and this is the sad part. I have those mornings when my family's away, when they go to visit the in-laws, and when I wasn't driving them. Now I'm not going to get those moments because now I have to go. I have to drive because now it's way too expensive. Dude, it's like $300 to travel by bus for the whole family, whereas it's fucking $20 to travel by car. So there's like no chance now of me having alone time around here. And so that kind of sucks, but it's sad when I notice, I'm really loving waking up today and walking downstairs and, oh look, the sink's empty. Oh look, I can rinse out my coffee pot. Oh look, I can make a nice cup of coffee. I can walk through the living room, drink it. I'm not stepping on shit. I can open my door and let the air flow in without having to worry about neighbors seeing the fucking trash hole that my fucking people leave. And then I say, oh man, but I'm only this happy because they're not here. And then that makes me feel like a fucking piece of shit.
Well, no, I mean, it would make you want your family to come back because you would start to miss them. But then you realize when they come back, it's going to be messy again.
Right. It's not them that I don't want here. It's their mess. It's not them that I'm relieved is gone. It's their mess. Just like I told the fucking woman the other day, I said, what the fuck did I say to her? Oh, this was just before, because I had just cleaned everything and it was good. There was nothing but, like I said, a couple of fucking cups that were soaking. And I said to her, before I was taking her to work, and I said, I hate to say this, but it's gotten to the point where instead of like not wanting you to go off for the weekend to work, now I'm looking forward to it because I know that that's 3 fucking days where I don't have to fucking clean where I don't have to be running around like a lunatic. 3 days where I know everything's going to be in order. Everything's going to be fucking the way it should be. And I shouldn't feel that way. That's a fundamental problem. But of course, saying that much more lightly than I did caused us to have a nice blowout, of course.
Could you have said it better?
I said it so nice. I say things so nicely, I'm just not allowed. I'm not allowed, and then I get accused of not allowing. I've never met a woman who wasn't crazy. I'd like to say that here on #NothingShow number 7, Bad Moon Rising. Therefore, I do not support the idea of a woman president. I don't support the idea of any chemically imbalanced person as a president, and by nature, women are chemically imbalanced for 1 week out of every month. That is nearly 25% of their lives. I mean, it's 4 to 5 weeks in a month? So you're talking maybe 20% of each month a woman is chemically imbalanced.
Hey, at least you got boys in your house.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about all women in your house. But you know what? I wouldn't trade my family for no one.
Well, Zero Infinity says, maybe you should be an asshole all of the time. Being nice means being stupid. Look at the definition of nice. Now, you see, here's the problem with that.
Oh, my God, dude. Does he have to yell it?
He does. He's angry. He's an asshole all the time. See? But here's the problem with that. Now, if I were to be an asshole all the time, that's all the kids will remember of me. They'll only remember me going, garp, 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 clean this. And now, even with a proper balance, let's say you fucking 50%.
You are right.
Hmm?
You are right.
Why so?
Well, because I'm an asshole all the time, every day. And when I do have my nice moments, will they remember it? Or will they remember me for the times that I've always been an
They're going to
asshole?
remember the assholes because you could go 50-50. You can go 50 nice, nurturing, wonderful fucking super dad, and then 50% disciplinarian. They're only going to remember that 50%. I found out like a couple months back, I found out my teenager, he doesn't remember any of the great life we used to have, of the amazing bond he and I used to have. Like, the two of us were inseparable for like the first 10 years of his life. We would do all types of fucking shit together. And just, we had a great relationship and we lived in nice homes and had lots of money and, you know what I mean? We had good lives. And he remembers none of it. He just remembers like the last 5 fucking years where I've pretty much been a miserable fucking cunt.
It happens.
Yeah, but that sucks. That sucks, man. Because he missed me when I was still me. He missed.
But you're still you.
Fucking, I'm not though. That's the thing. Like, I realize you're inside of your brain. You always have this voice, and when you're a kid, that voice, that driving force, that core you is screaming and always, hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You got this thing, and as time goes, it gets dulled, and then you're a teenager, and it's like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And then as you get up, it's like, fuck this. You're 25, fuck that. You're 30, and then it's like, burf, burf. By the time I'm not in my 40s yet, so I wouldn't know, but you're getting your fucking 30s and shit, that voice in your head, that inner child becomes an inner mongoloid. He becomes an inner retard. It's talking like that, but I think, and you can't make sense of any of his fucking words. So your core self, you're still there, but you're retarded now. You're degraded.
Well, you know what though? Me and my son, when he was a newborn, me and him were inseparable. But then I chose to leave to better his life by getting a better job. I didn't bring him with me. And I would visit him as often as I could go down and visit, I would. We had a pretty good, relationship. The best relationship you could have when it's through the phone. And I feel now that he's been living up here for this past year and a half, we've had a better relationship than maybe beforehand. So, you got to take the good with the bad.
More in person or is most on the phone?
No, in person, because he lives, for the most part, we're going to the movies at least once a month. We're constantly on the phone. There's not a day goes by that I don't speak to my son for at least 5 minutes on the phone.
Yeah,
and shit like
that's
that.
better. I mean, that's how my father was in a way, where my father used to say, man, I'm horrible when they're little, but once he becomes a teenager, I'll be his best friend. You watch. And
well, because you look at it, my son's 19, and we have a little bit more in common now than what we did when he was younger, because, he was really still into all that kiddie shit.
Yes, that's what helped having a kid young, because with my first son, we watched Finding Nemo with him 900 fucking times. Now, with the new son, we watched Finding Dory once. You know what I mean? Like, can't watch
but
this shit.
You got to find what he likes, too, because that might not even be something he enjoys.
It's not. He likes watching Minecraft videos on the internet, and I fucking hate it. So it's like I can't even connect with my children, because look, we my youngest and I, we bonded over Last Man on Earth. It became our favorite show. We watched it every single week religiously. Now that got canceled. We also bonded, we bonded over Son of Zorn first. I was already watching Last Man on Earth, and then, like, he wasn't into it, and then when it would end and Son of Zorn would come on, that's when he started watching that. So he stuck with the whole first season of that with me, but then that got canceled. And then he got into Last Man on Earth from just being, watching that before. So now he went back and we watched every episode together and got current, and now both shows are canceled, of course. All by the same creators, too.
Yeah.
So now we've got nothing. Oh, Weird Science, the TV series from the 90s. He was obsessed with that. So we watched like the first 2 seasons of that, but then he got bored.
See, that's the thing with little kids, too. What keeps their interest for long periods of time?
Boobs. I know that's what keeps his interest. Someone gave his mother one of those pens, one of those sailor pens. Here, I'll show you. I got it right here, actually. They can't see it, but you can see it. Where is it? Come on.
I see it.
All right, there's the lady. And then you turn it upside down, and she's in a bikini. Come on. Well, you got to slap her, and then her bikini comes off. See?
Okay.
I mean, not her bikini. Her dress comes off, and she's wearing a bikini. So on the ride home, she gives this to him, and
he's obsessed with it.
Biggest smile on his face for like an hour and a half on that ride. Just keeps turning the goddamn thing upside down, turning it upside down. He's got an obsession with ladies. He's quite the heterosexual. Or he's going to be a transsexual, one or the other. I wouldn't, I don't think a child is old enough to figure that out yet. But I do know he loves the female body. I know that much because I had to restrict his YouTube and his internet access on his phone because I would walk in his room and I would just see
He had a phone?
Yeah. And I would just see this look on his face of like pure devilish joy. And I always walk in the room. Hi, buddy. How you doing? He looks at me with this big old happy smile. I'm good. I'm like, love you. And he goes, love you too. And then I close the door and then I stop and I go, wait a minute. And then I open the door and I say, son, can I see your phone, please? And then he'll be, no. And he'll freak out, try to hide it from me. And I'm like, give me your phone. Then I'll open it and he's got into YouTube, boobs and bras. Boobies bouncing. He's got that shit typed into YouTube. So I had to restrict his use after that.
And the funny thing is, YouTube wanted to ban your channel for some stupid shit, but look what they got on their platform.
Oh, yeah, I know. They banned my channel for something on their fucking platform, man. Jesus Christ, that fucking Maynard's dick video was from YouTube. The song itself is allowed. I checked the music policies. And I just, only reason I picked that video was because it had fucking the Hey Ya He-Man on it. The thumbnail was that He-Man from going, hey, 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 hey. And then I walked away to take a piss. And as I walked away that day, I remember we hadn't played videos in a while, and I was just like, I kept saying, I want to play a video, I don't know why. And I fucking did. It was like fate. It was like I was supposed to do that, I was supposed to get banned for some fucking reason. But, did it, and that's what happened. And then fucking apparently, that video was made to look like people were getting jizzed on or urinated on. And, it's not even that the video was played. It was that when I came back from taking a piss and saw the video, I said, holy shit! What the fuck is going on in this video? It looks like these people are getting jizzed on or pissed on or something like that, right? It's because I said that it became sexual content.
But another thing is, the comment you made, did you read your comment section from, was it yesterday's video?
No, sir.
Well, Cyborgerson left us a comment.
What he said?
He was like, he goes, good, was even say great show or good show. And then on the bottom it goes, that 106 mark, talking about getting the band together. If you're talking about me, oh well. And the whole TV stuff that we talked about.
I don't recall. That sounds like he's mad.
But I don't recall us really discussing him in general.
No, I'm sure that's who I meant. It's a joke, Mr. Borgeson. Relax. Everybody relax at all times. This is a fucking comedy program.
I mean, our shows, we go everywhere with it. That's what makes this so fun.
And
It's not
everyone's
one
gonna be the enemy.
specific topic.
Don't you people understand what happens here? Have you never fucking read a book, people? I'm negging all of you. I'm pulling on your fucking ponytails so you'll like us. Jesus Christ.
You know, we went 7 weeks without speaking, and now we're speaking again. It's all a part of, well, that wasn't a ruse.
No, the last bit was not a ruse. The last bit was a failure.
Cy Borges is the one who really got this whole ball rolling. So I'll give him the credit. With him saying, I don't want to do no shows if you and Todd ain't doing them together.
Oh, I think he's talking about what I said, TV Talk. Oh, I'm pretty sure that was Zero who said that. I'm pretty sure Zero came in and said, oh, TV Talk again. It might not have been him, but somebody did. It might have been Borgeson. But if I were to guess, I think it was Zero who said that. And whoop-de-doo. I'm pretty sure we've been busting Zero's balls since the second that character came in here, and then he's been busting our balls too.
He's just always yelling. Oh man, these shows are done for fun, to ease our minds and figure things out to do the next day.
Yeah, man. And from time to time, if I can find a nice enemy to aim our sights on who deserves it, and we can, deliver some fun justice, that's also a part of it. But in a prankster kind of way. We deliver fun justice.
I say fuck Quinn Michaels and all his bullshit shenanigans.
Well, listen. It's all part of their plot to erase my true story about Roswell, super soldier serum, and a coven of witches. And that's what it's all about. So they'll keep doing what they'll keep doing, and the less we do about them, the more they'll do about us. That's the thing. We went away for 7 weeks, and that's when Quinn Michaels, brought the story back up.
Well, you and I disbanded for 7 weeks. You kind of lost interest ever since that whole channel ban. You really had lost your will to do anything on YouTube.
I did.
And then, like I said, I didn't know you started doing shit because I unfollowed everything you had associated. I was done with you, dude.
I don't think I was doing anything.
I was done, pretty much, and then somehow, some way, you popped up on something, and that's how I noticed you were doing shows again. But I never watched any of your earlier stuff that you recently did. I caught the last show you did with H, and then the other show you did by yourself, that Why Am I Sleeping? Or that I was like, what the fuck is this nonsense?
It was just a nap. That kind of, though, that would prove the point, is that you could take a nap and put We Are All Asleep, and then everybody who watches it will infer something. Well, there's no volume in it. It's silent. Why is it silent? That must mean something. Blah, blah, blah. Blue, blee, blee.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really?
Well, that's what it was going on. That's what was going on with Toby. Every fucking thing we did, and nothing for nothing. Mr. Borgeson, you were also in that crew, along with Shane, and a few others who, like everything we do, you're searching for a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th layer to the onion. While the whole time being told, this is for entertainment purposes only.
It's kind of sad that Shane just, disappeared out of everybody.
You can't disappear when you were never here. That's the fact, man. He was not here to be a friend. He was here as a part of their little crew of disruptors.
So is he still in your God's official Discord?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, you didn't boot him?
No.
Well, I would have booted him.
No, I like Shane. I like him.
I like Shane too, but you know what? I booted him out of the Buddhist Palace, and I booted Toby out of the Buddhist Palace.
Well, that's the thing. I don't like Toby's character. Toby's character was a fucking idiot. He was a fucking one of the dregs of humanity. Sorry, I'm being delivered a coffee. Thank you. Please lock it up.
No, I booted him once. At first I didn't care.
Yeah.
I booted him because, you left, and then, like, literally, who the fuck was the other one that spammed my chat with some bullshit? I fucking forgot his name. The number guy.
Oh,
Outcast.
Outcast, yeah.
He left, and then literally a few minutes.
He left here too, right after that.
Guy's a weirdo.
Well, that's the thing. It's another one of that whole, this is too much, people. It's like, how the fuck is two assholes on YouTube who generally mostly talk about The Walking Dead and their fucking cocks? How is it too much, you fucking donkey cunts? How is it too much? How is it too emotionally invested? How is it driving you fucking nuts? We talk about our goddamn cocks most of the time.
That was true.
Talk about shaving assholes. We talk about the stupidest things possible.
That we did. Oh, shit.
But that's the fun of it, guys. That proves job done. Again, I've said it all along to you people out there. Go ahead and read one of my fucking books. It's all Much Ado About Nothing. Everything that I do is Much Ado About Nothing. That's my brand. That's what my art is. That's the story I'm telling throughout all of my shit.
After that, I just left my chat alone for the most part because nothing really went on in there. And then I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm booting this clown. He doesn't say anything. So fuck him. I got rid of his ass. And then...
He got really upset. He left right after that.
And Omaha came back. After I told him, hey, I kicked Toby out. If you want back in... He's like, sure.
And I'm sure he'd be interested in doing shows with you now. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to get you and I back together so that he didn't have to do shows with either of us. Because I invited him to do a few shows myself.
But I never asked him. After that whole situation went down with you and me, I didn't ask him to do anything.
Well, that's not what he said. That's what got the whole fucking plan back.
No. That was, this is weeks later. I didn't ask him to do no shows with me during the whole 6 weeks prior to that. I asked him, hey, whenever you want to do a show, let me know. I'll be down. He's like, to be honest, man, I don't want to do nothing if it ain't with you and Todd. It's got to be the three of us because it just doesn't feel right. And I respected that decision. And I told him at first, you know what? It ain't going to happen. I don't see myself conversating with you again. But then, my wife was like, you know what? You guys should just get back together, do shows. It was fun. You guys had a good time. And I went to thinking about it. Then I reached out to fucking Ben Solo. You're our only hope. Bring the band back together. Because you had me blocked on all sorts of media. But then I remembered I could email you.
You could have called me on my telephone. You're like the only person on planet Earth who has my fucking phone number. Literally.
But the problem is, I don't know if your woman has it.
No, I got it. But I don't get service, so that's the thing. Yeah, category, entertainment. Exactly, Mr. Infinity. As it says there, category, entertainment.
So then look at that. Earlier this week, we're back to doing shows.
Yes, and if listen, I don't want to be explaining shit around here, because if you have to explain it, it's not funny. But if you see something that you don't understand, then you can pretty much bet it's a joke. And like if it's making you wonder, like, hey, is this real? Is this fake? Is this a joke? Is this mean? Is this what? That's the purpose of it. Like if Mr. Borgeson does not see the absolute humor in him getting the band back together and then the band turning their fucking instruments onto him and playing a fucking brutal song in his direction, then he's simply not seeing the program for what it is. He's not seeing the forest for the trees.
Well, out of all of the characters that we have met, Omaha seems to be the coolest. More down to earth.
He's a lovely man.
And not into the bullshit. I spoke with him yesterday. The man was on his way to get some nice oven baked pizza that he had tried out. That was fucking yummy.
Yeah, he's a normal person, and I've always respected him because when everything began and everyone's acting like a spook and an idiot, he dropped his phone number in, and that was all I needed to know he was a normal person. Because from there, of course, I was able to find out who the hell he was, which he didn't mean for it to happen. I found out later on. He thought that number had no connections to him, but it turns out it did.
But like I said, he is cool. Unlike certain characters we know who turned out to be a cult leader and an inspirational Jew-loving Siamese twin.
Gotta be clear in the new context. We're only on number 7, so he was a Jew hater. I mean, that was his purpose. I'm telling you, the purpose of that character is the same purpose of a lot of internet trolls. They just think that everybody has this underlying monster that they want to make crack. They think under every white is an N-word, under every straight is the F-word, etc. That's what people like him believe, this whole Keck, 4chan, fucking 8chan community. That's what they believe. I believe.
I'm not into any of that stuff, and you've known that.
Dude, neither am I. And I've always thought that people who go onto fucking 4chan are fucking weirdos because of, the associations of it. It was always associated. I understand they say now it's gotten better. But it's like, let's say you went to this bookstore, right? Yes, you have, because we're almost over, Mr. Mathsart. You have missed it. Sorry, sir. You'll have to watch the replay. But let's say you were to go to your local store, and, well, look at that. Sorry, I just got another phone number sent my way, from another man in this chat. But anyway, you go to the store, and they sell a bunch of fucking kitty porn. It's a store full of fucking kitty porn. Well, you don't go in that store. And then now the neighborhood starts to find out about that store, which is frequented by so many people in the neighborhood. And sure, in small sections of the store, sure, all around the store, it's not just that stuff. There's other products, but you can see that stuff a lot if you go to the store, right? So the neighborhood finds out about it, and suddenly the store changes. Now, it's all types of shit, but they got this little back room, this little sliver of a room with that kind of fucking porn still there. And now the neighborhood's like, well, we can go back there now. It's safe. We can start fucking shopping there again. And then even, I don't agree with that. But now let's take it a step further. Let's say even that little sliver of a room is removed and there's no more illicit, illegal, disgusting pornography there. Do you go to that store? It's the same owners. It's the same store. But they no longer sell that kind of stuff. Do you still go there?
No.
Well, that's how I look at 4chan. They may not still have that stuff, but they did.
Yep.
It's not like,
Hey.
oh, you're on the internet. No. It's like, it's not the same fucking thing. Because, like, my friend
I'm
was
gonna
obsessed
ask
with
you.
4chan. Go ahead.
Are you interested in writing on my blogger?
That's possible. Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about your blog. Let's do that as our last topic. Let's get off the 4chan chain, the 4chan train. And let me just finish saying about my friend though. I had a friend, and again, that's how I found out about 4chan, and that's how I found out about what was fucking disgusting about it. Because we'd go over his house, there'd be a fucking party, and inevitably at that party, he'd be sitting at his computer later on in the night, and suddenly everyone would be surrounding him, and he'd go over, what's going on over there? Oh, it's some fucking kids getting banged. Oh, that's fucking great. That's wonderful. And then, of
What
course,
the fuck?
you don't, of course, associate with those people or those groups anymore, of course. But, you know, yeah, that's, listen, now again, my friend, not in his defense, but I think he was maybe like 19, and he's looking at fucking like 16, perhaps. It's a little less fucked up than...
No.
It is still, I'm saying it's a little less, there's 3 years age difference there. It's a little less fucked up than if he was a fucking grown adult doing it. I'm just saying why I didn't instantly stop being friends and like everybody. This is why nobody looked at it as bad. We were all kids. You get what I'm saying? Like, we were all young at the time, and you got like this one friend who you know is looking at that shit, and it's like you think he's a weirdo, you think he's a pervert, but you don't think of him in your brain as a pedophile. It's different if you're older, then you do, but yeah, he never in our brains got labeled as a pedo, just a pervert. You were gonna say? Did you vanish?
No, I'm here.
You were gonna say about that anything or nothing?
No, I don't agree with any of that.
I listen. I agree. It's wrong. He shouldn't be looking at it. I agree with that. I'm just saying, at the time, we didn't disassociate with him when we discovered this because it was a semi-gray area because we were young.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess now because we're older, it feels different.
Yeah. Catch somebody like that now, you punch him in the fucking face. No question. If the same person, if I walked up into it and he's looking at the same pictures now, I would beat the living shit out of him. Just for the fucking other parents, you know?
Yeah.
And this guy did grow to be a pervert.
Wow.
Hold on a second here. He did grow to be a pervert, by the way, because when he was like 30, 32 or some shit like that, he was dating a 19-year-old girl. And that we did look at him as a pedo as. Same group of friends, right? We knew each other our whole lives. And let's say me and my boy Phil, Grape Ape, I've talked about him before. People call him Grape Ape because that's what he looked like. He and I were there when we saw him doing this at a party. We didn't look at him like a pedo then. But when we were grown men in our early 30s and we saw him dating a 19-year-old, we were totally disgusted with him and totally thought of him as a pedo. However, once I met her, that thought kind of changed because she was really like she was a real old soul, and she actually was a great conversation, and her and I ended up becoming really good friends, which is the fucking funny part. You know what I mean? Like, we were actually pals, and she turned out to be one of his girlfriends who I actually enjoyed the company of more, because the rest of his girlfriends were all whores and retards. This girl was actually fucking smart and had whatever. So, that's the fucked up part about it. That is that we, as adults, he dated her. We instantly thought of him as a disgusting pedo. And then once we got to know her, suddenly it was acceptable for this 32-year-old man to be dating a 19-year-old girl.
Oh boy. Hey, whatever floats the boat for someone.
Well, that's not true. I don't agree with that. All right, let's get to your blog. Let's start, because I can go on for days about stories about this kid.
I'm pretty sure you could. I'm pretty sure you could go on with stories about all your friends, man.
Yeah, because they're all a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Well, it takes one to know one.
You know,
You're
people,
weird in your own right, too, Todd.
Now, let's just comment on one thing Zero says. Hey, everyone, let's go look at QAnon on 4chan and get labeled pedo. Woohoo! You know, and then we'll talk about what MathStar said real quick. I don't
It's
think
just-
everyone who goes to look at it should be labeled as a pedo because a lot of people don't know what 4chan was. Just for me, it's got the pedo stink to it. And that's why I don't go there. That's why I don't like the channel. Of course, I'm being extreme when I say anything on this show, so take it for what you will. But I don't believe everybody who goes there should be labeled a pedo at all. Let's let that be clear.
Well, no, because 4chan has different other things besides the pedo element.
Exactly. But
I know that much because of certain rumors and stuff.
I don't even think it has the pedo element anymore. I think that's all clear. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I don't visit that site. I don't visit Reddit. I just don't care for that shit.
Well, that's what Toby was telling me, that the pedo element is all cleared up. But Toby did say, but if you know where to look for it, that, it's still there somewhat. Which kind of was a red flag of a comment, now that I think about it, and I didn't think about it that way before then. Not insinuating this character's a pedo at all. Just saying maybe he knows something that I don't about this website.
Because he's probably went down the rabbit hole.
Well, he lives on that 4chan. And now let's talk about MathSart, and then we'll get to your blog. There's lots of celebrities who have wives half their age. This is true. And for the most part, I'm not against people doing that. But there are certain people, and yeah, when it's like George Clooney dating a 20-year-old model, you don't really look at it as weird. Right?
No, you look at it as George Clooney. He's been doing that all his life.
Right. But then when you look at, what's his name? Stephen Fry. And then you see his fucking 20-year-old twink husband or whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's his husband or boyfriend. But this dude looks like a little... I feel like I'm looking at my teenage kid. And then I look at Stephen Fry in a whole different light. Because I loved Stephen Fry before that. Because I watch a lot of old British TV and shit. I was a not a huge Fry fan, but I held reverence for Fry. And as soon as I saw his husband, that guy grosses me the fuck out now. So, yeah.
You like sci-fi. I'm surprised you're not watching The Expanse.
Well, it's coming back, they say.
Yeah, it got picked up for the 4th season on Amazon. So that's a good thing. Happy about that. But I realized, because you do like sci-fi shows, and I never realized why you're not watching this.
Because I like hard sci-fi, and most of it is space opera shit or soft sci-fi. I'm not into the space operas. I love to write a space opera. I love in my brain.
Dude, you fucking watch Star Trek.
That's hard sci-fi, man. It's as hard as you'll get in the mainstream.
Dude, The Expanse is right there with it.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's got a really good story behind it.
You know what else I consider to be hard sci-fi?
Enlighten me.
Jason X. And I think
that's
one of the best.
Stupid one in space.
You don't know how good that is because they were talking about technology the world was not talking about at the time. No one was talking about nanotechnology and shit. You only heard about it in Ray Kurzweil's fucking books. And it was like a very fringe group of people were talking about nanotech. And this fucking movie made a totally plausible hard sci-fi way to bring Jason into this fucking Jason X character. Dude, I loved it. that cryogenically frozen smashed head was fantastic. The cheese was just so perfectly ripe and aged. On that, it was just perfectly cheesy. It wasn't too cheesy, and it was great. The kills were creative. The science was sound. That was a win of a movie in my fucking eyes, man. That's one of the best. That'll go in my top 20 films for sure.
Okay, I didn't expect you to go there, but hey, to each is their own when it comes to movies.
Well, maybe that'll be something I'll write about on your blog. So tell me about it.
It is Jesse. Remember what we did with the Bubblegum Ninja?
Yes,
That's it.
but the first form, or when I wanted us to go. Did we ever even do the parody stuff, or did we just do it straight?
No, we just did the clickbaity shit.
All right. Well,
What did you want to do?
Discuss. More like goofy shit. I wanted to bring over the BMZ stuff I was doing. Like I had the different characters that would write articles, and I wouldn't call the celebrities by their real names. I would use all stupid names. I was getting so many fucking views on that fucking blog. Somebody with a Cisco was not a Cisco. I'm being real dumb right now. I'm brain farting. Linux. Somebody on Linux was giving us like thousands of views at a fucking every day on like anything we would put up. So we had a fan who had some bots, I guess.
You gotta love those bots, man.
Yeah, but outside of that, we got every day worldwide views. So, all right, let's talk about your thing because I'm overtime now. I actually got to go change my oil before it gets dark, and then I got to go drive to fucking New Jersey.
I thought you weren't going.
Yeah, I talk shit.
All right. Well, it's just like I said, what we used to do back in the day with Bubblegum Ninja. It's kind of want to do.
Talked about it. Duh. I just took us in a loop. That sounds lovely.
Yeah, you're gonna see a sign that says.
We'll see what time I have for something like that. I mean, a clickbait effort sounds more like a business venture than a fun, creative project, if you dig.
Gotcha. I mean, it's just if you're in the mood.
Well, maybe we could discuss as a business venture or something, and then it'll be good for my time. Or if it's just a pure creative adventure, I'm in for it. But yeah, we'll talk more on that.
Well, no problem, friend. Until I guess Monday or Tuesday.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another nothing or two this weekend, just so everyone knows. Of course, you're invited, Lewis. If not, I have a title ready to go for my first solo show. I'm excited.
Well, you just let me know. I'm down.
I will. I'm going to bring my computer with me, and I'm going to try to do shit while I'm out there and have a good time with it. So.
All right, man.
All right. Peace in the east. Grease on them nips. Until next time, watch out for that banana peel. This was the hashtag Nothing Show. And now, it's not. Bye-bye.